organization is running around making things work. Yes, there's issues, but they're fixing them as fast as they can, and here we are. So far, so good this weekend. The rugby product on the field's been great. The product off the field's been great. The sun is shining. No one else can complain as a rugby fan.
I'm just still stunned that you're from the Pacific Northwest. I always thought you were from overseas, but that's a different story for a different time as we have our game underway. Rugby HTX in black and Oceanside out of California in the gray and let's call it green, neon green. And again, those are the Seattle colors on those jerseys, Matt. Is that psychological warfare?
This is the first time I've seen them in their gray and green jerseys this weekend. I believe it is. They've brought in this tactic about let's try and become home crowd favorites here and see if we can win the fans over. Very much like the Gladiators.
And are the referees wearing Seawolves kits?
No, I mean, it's Seawolves colors. I had a look at them. I actually really like their kit this weekend. They got the Space Needle on the back. They look very professional. I think there's about 42 actual referees attending this weekend, so it's been really great. I've seen Jonathan Kaplan walking around, helping out on the referee side out this weekend. And from a player's point of view, as much as we make fun of the refs, end of the day is we need you out there on the field, we need you on the sidelines, we need you everywhere so that we can play this game that we love.
And he's still politicking for the referees. If that wasn't abundantly clear, ladies and gentlemen, he is still actively playing, and he just lauded Jonathan Kaplan. And not, you're right, but there is that degree. But in the meantime, this match on the ground, if there's a little bit of a delay there, we have a set piece, a scrum down, and it's awarded to HTX. I beg your pardon, it's awarded to Oceanside. It's taken, and here comes Oceanside. On attack, a nice move, but corralled by the HTX ball carrier defender, Alec Savoy. And it goes to the other side of the pitch. And Oceanside with some phases and ball retention, which is something that's very important in sevens early in this match. Here's the big man on the outside. Rambling forward. That looks like Inosa. Trying to get something on the catch maybe. Vassallo, number 20 for HTX, snoozing, but he's right in the middle of it. He tackles and gets the ball, Matt Turner.
Yeah, that's it's been all Oceanside so far, but Houston have managed to turn this over, and let's see what they can do in attack.
That was Andreas Diaz, who likes long walks on the beach, and that's on the sheet with that last run. Salo, but he gives the ball away, and here comes Oceanside. One more last kick, and just too much, and through the back and out, Matt. Frustrating.
Very frustrating. They're some real great pressure on them on Houston in defense there, and had opportunity to get the first points of this game, but unfortunately James struck the ball a little bit too hard.
Okay, so you're going to see a sprinkling of fellow MLR players on the pitch, but specifically with HTX. Right, you played against these guys, you continue to play against these guys. It's pretty spectacular for fans watching to see this kind of talent in the National Club Sevens.
No, I completely agree. It's another time for players to showcase their skills and for fans to get to see them do that out there. I know for the Houston side, we've got a couple of guys that have been around for quite a while with the Sabercats. You've got Connor Mills, you've got Zach Pangelina, you got the Mercurial Taylor Howden out there as well. Obviously not quite currently out in the field at the moment, so giving the youngsters a run. But no doubt they'll sub themselves in. It's what us old guys do.
Did you see the swat on the pass there? A little risky in front of his own post, but he gets away with it. I think you might want to be a tad tidier with the ball as Connor Mills digs it out. And as you said, 2 seasons with the Sabercats. And there's Trace Boldstad with the ball. Thanks to Paul Emmerich for giving us his name for his number. But look, it's a big run for HTX on the outside. Gets the ball back into the hands of Trace Boldstad for the try. HTX draws first blood.
Yeah, that's how simple sevens is. They've gone wide. They've exploited the space out wide, and has ended up with a 7-pointer. Hopefully it's 5 points currently, but with a conversion in front of the sticks. Jim Hawley coming to take the water on for the kicker, and we'd expect this to be 7-0.
So you saw how he delayed in touching the ball down. Do you agree with that? Or you're looking to tick the clock down that early in the match, or you're looking to maybe save some time because you might need another score as he kicks the conversion?
No, I think at this time of the game has been 5 minutes of play, and you have an opportunity to buy some time for your players to get an extra breath or two, and for yourself, he's just had to run 60 meters. I'm sure holding up the ball for 1 or 2 seconds to try to save your life there
is that aspect of it. Yeah, you are trashed, especially because it's a little bit warm on that pitch. But here comes Oceanside. Oceanside into the open. And does he? Yeah, let's see if he's got it. Bolstad, the try scorer, runs him down. But it's going to be a penalty for not releasing. Arguable at best, but it doesn't matter. Play on, says the referee on the quick tap by Oceanside. Trying to sneak inside. And they get the try. Great try from Oceanside, California, getting right back into this one against Rugby HTX. See how our try scorer is in a second. But what a great try. And a comeback statement.
That's the response you want from your team if you've just gone down by a try. Great carry up the middle, great try there. Your conversion's over, take us all level again. It's 7-all. Are we going to have a bit of the Inosa party again like we had earlier in the tournament?
Yeah.
So far, Inosa Jr. has been one of my standout players for the Oceanside Chiefs this whole weekend.
And the Chiefs just come right back and get that try. And that's the beauty of sevens. You know, the lightning, pace and strike capability. There's the restart taken by Alec Savoy. Again, if you're just joining us here, the National Club Sevens, we've got Rugby HTX and Oceanside in this men's cup quarterfinal. And there's your friend, Salo, getting it into the hands of Connor Mills. Played 2 seasons with the SaberCats, and he's going to touch it down. Let's see how quickly he takes, and he does it just then, Matt.
Yeah, great try by the SaberCats. Saw the space out wide down the left-hand side, and Connor Mills picking on the 2-on-1, putting his winger in space. Big Andy Vassallo, and Andy managing to do the same and returning the favor to Connor Mills.
And the conversion's good, so now it's 14-7, if I'm not mistaken, in favor of HTX. There's that try by Mills. That takes us into the half. Okay, who's going to win this one? That's why you get the big bucks.
I think at the moment Houston are looking more confident and happier with how they're playing. They also have a very stacked bench with Zach Penagini, Taylor Howden, a couple of boys that have played a lot of sevens to come and steady the ship into the last 7 minutes. Oceanside just need to keep the hold of the ball and keep moving it. Again, it's one of those beautiful things about sevens. I can say I think Houston's are going to win this, but a couple bounces of the ball, and next minute Oceanside are 2 tries up.
Yeah, and that's what's been all day. I mean, every game, or a bunch of these games today, have been decided after the final whistle, or the hooter, if you will, and just some serious drama unfolding. And it looks like we might be destined down that path again. But I got a couple of reads I have to do here. The 2021 USA National Rugby Sevens Championship would like to thank USI for its generous support of this year's event. USI has served over 500,000 clients for meeting their property and casualty, employee benefit, personal risk, and retirement needs nationwide. They have over 150 years of consulting and brokerage experience through their acquired agencies, with local offices dating back in their communities as far as the late 1800s. For more information, visit usi.com today.
Sounds like they were on it.
And also the 2021 National Rugby Sevens Championship would like to thank its local organizing partners for their hard work in putting together this year's event. These partners include the host, Washington Athletic Club, the Pacific Northwest Rugby Football Union, Starfire Sports, the Seattle Rugby Club, the Pacific Northwest Rugby Referee Society, and the Seattle Seawolves. As we get underway, Oceanside in the gray commits the first penalty and gives the ball to HTX in black. And a little bit of a sloppy tap and go, if you will, from HTX, but they do maintain possession.
You're welcome to just like hand over.
You got to kind of calm things down here, Matt, don't you? If you're HTX, just you're up, so why cough the ball up like that? But here comes Oceanside. A nice little stutter step, and it might get him into the try zone, and it does. I'm not sure if that was Garrett Jones, but it was a great try for
You need anything? Good.
Oceanside, and exactly what they wanted to do at the start of this half.
Yeah, as you said, it's the perfect start for Oceanside. They need to get themselves back into this game and assert themselves. And they started off with a penalty against them, managed to find a penalty straight away, and they capitalized off a gap up the middle with, I believe it was Tomosi Kawa, finding the gap and using his footwork. Beautiful hitch kick. David Campisi would have been happy with that to get themselves close enough to the post to hopefully get the conversion, which unfortunately has been missed by his fellow player.
And here's an interesting tidbit. He played for the Auckland Irish. That sounds like a lot of fun. So anyway, here's the restart. HTX bats it down instead of catching it. I don't agree with that, and it's a knock on as a result.
It's a very interesting decision to try and tap that back when you're uncompeted in the air. If you can get
by
two
yourself, just catch it, right?
If you got two hands to it, why not catch it? They can't touch you in the air. They've given Oceanside another chance to have another crack at their try line.
That was Alex Savoy. His team is still ahead, 14-12. They are in the dark jerseys with some substitutes trotting in. Oceanside in the gray with the green, the electric, or the very neon green numbers, which you automatically associate with Seattle sports, at least. And here's the set piece to put in.
Got it.
Tomosi Kawa tried to put that in, but it's turned over. And here comes HTX. And we're getting information on the team via text from Paul Emmerich, the fourth, the Cactus, and the legend, USA Rugby legend. So we thank him for his information. As number 23, Andreas Diaz takes the ball. Brought back Balakana with a nice flick pass. And I think he flicked it to his fellow MOR star, Taylor Howden. And you butt heads with these guys all the time. There's Balakana again. There's Howden again. You know, the Ponce de Leon of rugby, Taylor Howden, as that ball is hit to the ground on a knock. And it's going to be a deliberate knock on, Matt Turner, and a yellow against Oceanside.
That's not what Oceanside had wanted right now. As you said, Taylor Howden's on the field. Balakana's on the field. MLR experience. They're going to come hopefully close out this game for Houston.
So I guess you're rooting for HTX because you said hopefully.
Well, that's what they would put these boys on for, bring the experience on, hopefully have moments like he's just created there for Houston X.
And there's John Ray getting that try for Matt Turner's HTX. We can see right through that veil. We're trying to keep it impartial for the rest of the broadcast here.
There's no bias there. It's just beautiful to see a fellow plus 33-year-old man putting in some skills. Taylor Howden, beautiful little touch there, creating the space for John Ray. Big John Ray, who's played quite a few sevens things for the Dark and Stormy Misfit Elite Sevens. He's played Rugby Town, he's played Vegas Sevens Invitationals, and he's showing what he can do here. He's also based his hairdo off his favorite character of Vikings.
But he also missed the conversion, so right now it's still just a 5-point game. Rugby HTX leading the Oceanside Chiefs.
Matt, I'd love to bring something up here. Any man that straps his legs for lineouts should never be taking a kick for posts, and that's what we've just witnessed, and that's the why.
And so you're saying that's why he missed the conversion, because should have been a relatively simple conversion, right?
100%. It's his strapping's a little bit tight, cutting the blood supply off to his brain.
Excellent points from our technical assistant and rugby star Matthew Drew Turner, as here comes Garrett Jones into the middle of the field with the ball. And outside to the big fella. Oh, he's going to just take on the opposition. There's no doubt about it. He wasn't going to try to turn the corner, but it's a knock-on in contact, but retained by Oceanside.
Yeah, Oceanside will be looking to hang on here for next. I know, as I say that, he trots back on the field. Oceanside back up to seven players again. And that's what they've been waiting for. They're within a converted try to draw this one up, and let's see what they can do from the set piece.
And that was Shane Miller taking that ball right into contact, maybe, trying to kill some time with it, the big fella. And his team now is back at full strength, as you pointed out, as Andreas Diaz trots off, number 23 for HTX.
I just saw Timothy Kawa limping off for the Oceanside team. He's obviously a big part of their attack. He's based stepping off David Campese, and I think that's a big loss for them, but hopefully the replacements coming on are going to show some clean set of wheels and create opportunities out wide.
And there was an attempt to turn the corner on Bacalana, but you're not going to do that. Balakana, but you're not going to do that. And here's Oceanside rambling forward. Maybe they're going to start trying to take it up the middle a little bit instead of trying to turn it on this star-studded HTX team. And right up the middle, there you go, right under the posts. Oceanside with the try.
There's that try they've been looking for, leveling it up, hopefully with a conversion to come with 15 seconds on the stadium clock. Interested to see if that is the correct time, but I'm assuming they can't end this game on a draw, as it is day 2. So looks like we might be going into our first bit of extra time for the weekend.
And the conversion is good, so we have 19 on 19 at death. What happens now?
Well, by the looks of it, the refs decided there's still a kickoff to go. Oceanside will put it up and compete, get their big number 8s under the ball for the catch, and hopefully win the ball back.
Explain that for the folks at home that might not be familiar with a score at death or at the end of the match on the clock.
Yeah, so if the try is scored within a certain amount of time of the end of the game, 20 seconds. Oh, here we go, Oceanside.
He's going to run away with it. That's not knocked on, it was on the feet, so Oceanside's still alive. And they are trying, and it's a forward pass. Oh, the crowd does not like the call. Ironically, the locals are booing against Matt Turner's HTX.
Unfortunately, by the looks of things, he passed it to his number 3, who knocked it onto an HTX player, and it ended up back in his hands. So the ref made a great call there, and here we go. But HTX.
All right, so what's the overtime situation here? Are they going to just kick it into touch and then try their luck in the extra period? There's a penalty.
I personally hope HTX have a run here. It's all in the good spirit of the game. It's been a big weekend.
Balakana, that's a good formula. Here goes Balakana. He's being checked by a couple of 3 gray jerseys, though, and he has to pass it back in to that man Howden again. There's Balakana to Howden. Unflappable veterans. There's another one, Zach Pangelainen. He's still on his feet. Amazing. We are in another tight finish. And here comes Will Crawford. Spills it back. Was it taken? No, I don't know about that call, Matt, but it's a penalty awarded to HTX. Play on. Pangelainen, Howden, he's got Balakana. Plus Howden is back inside if he needs him, but he won't. There's Balakana spinning and turning and turning and getting into the try zone. Unbelievable finish yet again here today.
Great finish again this weekend. As we said earlier, dying moments of the game. HTX pull it out of the bag here, and looks like we won't be seeing our first bit of overtime this weekend.
Okay, so he kicks the conversion now, good or bad. Is there a restart?
No, there shouldn't be, as that is played in overtime. That is technically they don't even need to take the kicker, the conversion, but they're going to take it. Taylor Howden, obviously, as you do as a veteran, might be his last time out there as a sevens player, but there's always one more year for Taylor Howden.
And that conversion is just to the right of the post. It doesn't matter. A great comeback win for Rugby HTX. A tough loss for a very, very good Oceanside Chiefs team. As the next match is underway in just a moment. Don't go away. We'll be right back.